narrator for this evening's harbor tour. Before we continue the tour, just behind me is our compartment. This is our life jackets. In a event of emergency, we could now help you don them. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's about to start raining soon, so you let us know if it rains too much and we'll drop the windows down for you.
Nothing else is
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on board a Navy vessel this afternoon, so I'm using some terms that some of you may be unfamiliar with. For example, when I refer to your left side, I'll refer that to your port side. When I refer to your right side, I'll refer that to your starboard side. Now if I can have everybody look to your right side, on the starboard side, and everybody look to your port side, these will be our emergency exits for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look off to your starboard side, you'll see Route Point. Navy pilots are stationed in Fort Island, and their families will live in these houses. Now this is before the bridge was constructed, so in order for them to get to work every day, they will take ferries that ran from Fort Island and ferries here, that's the one we departed from. The last ferry departed Fort Island and headed home approximately at 1800. So if you had worked a little late today, there's a good chance you were staying in the office that night. Looking off to our port side is the Admiral Ferry Bridge. This bridge was constructed in 1998 and hosts a very unique feature, which is known as a retractable floating fronting bridge. The portion of the bridge that opens ship traffic is actually floating on water. This is open when the arch portion to the left is tilted up and in turn pontoon section is dragged to the left underneath the stationary portion with a large hydraulic cable. This bridge was named after famous World War II submarine hero Admiral Bernard Chick Clary. Admiral Clary had a very impressive naval career. This includes being a vice CEO as far as Twilight Tour as Commander Simpak Fleet from 1970 until he retired October 1st, 1973, ending his very impressive 39-year naval career. After the Navy, Admiral Clary became the Vice President of the Bank of Hawaii from 1973 until 1977. guillotine Ford Island, or as the ancient Hawaiians called it, Moka Ume Ume. Now I think of Dr. Sanford, who was a Boston-born physician who moved here to Honolulu in the mid-1800s with his wife. They opened a couple different hospitals, but who worked there they had most success. After the closure of the second hospital, Dr. Ford's wife moved back to Boston and filed for divorce. After this, Dr. Ford married Caroline Jackson, was given the island by inheritance. Again, as a vice president, after Dr. Ford passed, his son Seth Fordring was given the island by inheritance. And Seth Fordring was too young at the time to manage and operate the island. It was managed by Sanford B. Dole. Sanford B. Dole would later go and become the only president of the Republic of Hawaii. When Sanford Dole became of age, he decided he wanted to fool with the island, and he sold it off to the John Pompey Estate, where he established a sugar cane plantation on Ford Island. In 1916, U.S. Army purchased a portion of the island and established an airfield in 1917, later to be named Luke Airfield, after the famous World War I aviator Frank Luke. Shortly after the Army presence on Ford Island began, the Navy followed suit and built a naval air station Ford Island. In the 1930s, the Navy began dredging the harbor around Ford Island to make it deep enough to fit Navy battleships. While doing this, the harbor was dredged out, reclaiming Ford Island, and Ford Island expanded from the natural current acres of 334 to the 441 acres that Ford Island now is. By 1939, Hickory had been established, and the Army saw fit to move the operations across the harbor to Hickory. The Navy took control of the island. Although Naval Air Station Ford Island has since been decommissioned, Ford Island itself is still an active military base, which is not open to the public. There are several things to do on Ford Island, however. This is a land view of the Utah Memorial, the USS Oklahoma Memorial, the USS Missouri Memorial Museum, and the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. There's also approximately 4-mile hike that goes around the perimeter of Ford Island, so the Ford Island Historical Trail. north on the west side of Fort Island. The USS Detroit, which escaped damage, the USS Raleigh, which was severely damaged, was moored here on the Warren status. These mooring keys are also where the USS Lexington, the USS Enterprise wouldn't have been moored if they report that traffic warning. Memorial because Fort Island is still an active military base, which is not open to the public. The Utah Memorial was established in 1972 when Utah Senator Moss actively campaigned to provide a remembrance to those 58 men who lost their lives when a ship capsized in an early moment of attack. The Utah was a former Florida Pass battleship, was converted in 1931 to a auxiliary gunnery ship, which used these as a naval training vessel as well as target practice to Navy pilots to sharpen their bombing skills when he dropped 5-pound inert bombs on the decks of the Utah. Of the number of ships present on the west side of Fort Island during attack, the Utah was most severely damaged. She was struck by 2 torpedoes just below the waterline. Although realizing the ship was capsizing, with regard to his own life, Chief Warder Peter Truman stayed below to secure the buoys and made sure all his sailors were able to escape, possibly earning him the Medal of Honor for his courageous action. Today we see Utah here on the port side, and approximately 35 feet of water. She was partially righted due to a failed salvage operation of July of 1944. The absence of ship superstructure is due to initial sinking and subsequent salvage. Out of 450 crewmen on board the Utah, 58 lost their lives. 54 are still entombed within the ship. There was also a baby girl on board, Chief Yeoman Albert T.B. Wagner, and the ashes of one of his twin daughters named Selena on board that morning. They were waiting for the Utah to go maneuver, so they scattered her ashes at it. Unfortunately, the urn went down the Wagner's locker. Diver tried to reach Wagner's locker to retrieve the urn, but the ship was too badly damaged. Therefore, there was a baby girl on board, being guarded by 54 of the Navy's finest. The hangars located before Island are other composites of Army and Navy hangars that serve as Navy-wide patrol planes as well as fleet aircraft carriers. Today, Fort Island is home to many naval training centers, and as you can see off to our port side, NOAA on the National Oceanic and Administrative Organization. You'll see the Pearl City Cluster. This is the site of modern-day Navy houses and other government warehouses. In 1941, it was site of the Pan Am facility, which took periods of warrant aircraft and hotel facilities. Harbor in 1950. The sub was raised and returned to Japan. For the remaining three, one was shot for the user's board outside of Harbor. The sub was not found until 60 years later, in August 2001, by a University of Hawaii research team. The fourth sub was stored at the current location of the Dallas Air Force Base. The sub was salvaged and brought to the mainland, where it was used throughout the war and war bomb support drives. The submarine was also the first